Today's video is an epic one as we start a brand new season. For those that's just tuning in, welcome. I break down all my matches, my recent season as you guys see here. I've done one of the toughest challenges, and that's to win a championship with a tier 5 team, and that's Marshall. This was my 20th championship won, and I'm pretty sure 98% of you guys came and accomplished or do this. So, without further ado, let's go ahead get into our brand new season with a brand new team that I have never used before. And this team, well, it's kind of unexpected. I kind of done a random choosing and it landed on University of Texas at San Antonio. Yes, people, this team I feel like is a hidden gem team. They're a tier 4 team, a little bit better than Marshall, but from ability standpoint, they have a lot more players with abilities than what Marshall had to offer. Marshall didn't really have anybody with abilities. So that in its own is just a challenge to even play with Marshall. Now, the person I'm playing in my first match of the season, which this was literally my first game of the day, was a guy ranked at 41, even though the ranking system is all jacked up. As you guys see, there's 2 ranked 39s, 2 ranked 41s, but that's besides the point. We know the ranking system doesn't reflect properly. But this guy, based off stats, has a 67 win percentage, 780 wins, 380 losses. Now, he only has 3 championships. So, anyways, taking a look at this depth chart. Now, as I was looking through this depth chart, it goes to show that I have to auto reorder this depth chart every time I play a match because all the best players is not starting. And yeah, that's kind of unfortunate. So I'm guessing in real life some of these players are injured. That's why they're not starting. But yeah, so as I was browsing through, I was kind of intrigued to see the amount of, ability players that this team has, especially on the D line. Now I can kind of have a break with pass rushers. That's going to be a huge improvement coming, from using Marshall, where I didn't really have any pass rushers, even though for some odd reason when I played Bama I had pass rushers, which was weird. It's like they kicked in when I needed them. Anyways, I can't depend on abilities. It's all depend on how I play the game. So of course, let's go ahead and break it down. Now, this is the first time I'm ever using this team. So this match alone, not only am I trying to win the game, but I'm practicing at the same time. So I'm basically labbing. So I get ball first. It's 3rd and 11. I was struggling this first possession drive. Now, out of all the area I have to work with to make this scramble with my quarterback, which I forgot that he was slow, well, I hit the only player that's in my way. Yeah, that's very unfortunate, right? 4th and 9, I end up converting it to get a first down. And then while I was trying to figure out a scheme with this team, whatever my opponent was doing, I don't know if he was manually blitzing this linebacker or if he had a defensive play where the linebacker blitzes. Well, no matter what he was doing, for some reason I had a gameplay mechanic issue, and that was the blocking. My left guard and center was blocking each other, as you guys see here. I have no clue why that happens, and it happened numerous times throughout this game as I replayed this just to see what my guard and center was going to do, and they just run into each other. So that's how his linebacker was getting free. He was just shooting in the gap without getting blocked. So I really couldn't run the ball. Now it's 3rd and 16. I need a first down pickup. Now, I didn't really see what Cal has on defense. Apparently they have some ability players as well and pass rushers. So I wasn't expecting to get, as quick as a pass rush that you got on this play. So he ends up getting a big sack. 4th and 23. I said, I got nothing to lose. This is the first game of the season. And plus, I'm practicing. I put circle on the hitch route. I try to hit him deep because throughout this entire drive, he was just playing match defense. So that's just man coverage. Now, his DB made the play on this. I was fine with it. It felt like I was punting the ball anyways. So, makes a great play, makes a turnover. Now, what I was expecting for him to do scheme-wise with Cal was just run the ball because Cal has a top-tier running back. But come to find out, this type of player likes to do a bunch of RPO plays, motion handoff plays, and screen plays. So that kind of changed my whole mindset of how to play defense. I didn't have to really worry about him running the ball, except when the motion sweeps happen, which is very easy to stop. Outside of that, I wasn't expecting him to get downfield quickly, so I didn't really care less about playing deep. My main focus was trying to make him just waste time, which he ended up chewing clock as he ends up getting the first points of the game, but that already made up my mind of how I was going to play this match. Now right here my tight end has secure pass or secure catch ability, able to break that. So I got to keep that in mind when I play other matches, is to hit my tight end a lot. Now, I got to try to get some points before halftime because he does get ball second half. The thing about this play right here, I had all the time in the world. I don't know why I was rolling out. I do have square wide open. But because the ref at the time when I was looking at this play, I thought that was a Cal defensive player. So then I was just playmaking my running back and receiver right here. Now, the reason why I threw this pass the way I did is because I anticipated that playmaking my R1 receiver, I thought I playmakered him to the left. So that's why I just immediately threw the ball, because I knew he was going to send pressure. And apparently my receiver didn't run left. He just ran straight up field, and then I threw a pick. So it is what it is on that. So back on defense, my whole goal is trying not to give up a touchdown. I want to hold them to just a field goal because I still have a chance in the second half. Right here, I manned up the slot. Now, of course, I was using the guy that I manned up, but then I also manned up the slot DB to play him just in case, which he does, but he ends up catching it. Now, check out the BS that happens on that. Look at this. Like, what else can I do, EA? So he gets that. It is what it is. He gets downfield in the red zone, 3rd and 5, 6 seconds left, no timeouts left. All I have to do is play safe. I knew he was going to hit the out route because he done it earlier on his first possession drive, and he got a deep play. So I put hard flat and man coverage shade outside. Fortunately, I couldn't get a pick six because my guy's too slow. I tried to make a play out of nothing, pitch in the back, not once but twice. But it didn't matter. I stopped him. So second half, he gets first possession. I had a hard flat. He plays it well. I'll take that, but should have been a pick six. Get him down to 3rd and 10. Right here, I got to stick with my gut. There's a lot of times where I make plays where I'm, going with my gut, and then I just back out of it. And he ends up throwing to the tight end who I was initially guarding. Gets a big play, pick up the first down. I got to stop second guessing myself. And then he went back to the RPO play, so I manned up. As you guys see, my linebacker was going straight to him. He could have went straight down, but for some reason halfway through the pass, he just strafes to the side and runs straight down the line of scrimmage. I don't know why. 3rd and 3, I go to make a tackle. Of course, ability helps him break this. Gets a first down. So at this point, all I wanted was him to try to waste time, get in field goal range, and then, eventually score. And then he won't have enough time to have a comeback or get downfield to kick a field goal, and for me to have an easy win. So that was my game plan at this point in time. Right here, he just ran a screenplay. I was hoping he was going to get off so I can get pick six, but we end up getting a sack. Now, he was doing a lot of flipping. I don't know why with his offense. I don't really do too much adjustments. Right here, just doing a simple lurk against the Texas route. I don't know what he was trying to do, but his guy doesn't react, and I pick him off. I was hoping I was going to get pick six, but my guy's just too slow. So linebacking core for this team is absolutely slow. Then he has the turbo speed boost. Once again, that blitzing linebacker does not get picked up for some odd reason. And he got to my quarterback and caused a fumble. And then not only that, his guy doesn't fall. Like midway through his animation, he just automatically stops to pick up the ball. Ain't that some cheese? But thank God he tripped right here. Slowed him down, and I was able to pretty much stop him from scoring the touchdown. Which, at this point, it's the ending of the third quarter. So this was big because for those that don't know, my red zone defense is super tough. I make you guys struggle to score against me. So that's what I do. Get him down to 3rd and goal. And like I said, he couldn't really get downfield, so a lot of his passing style was just short yardage. So right here, thank God my guy suctioned to him. Usually, in this case, when people just cut with their quarterback scrambling, my guys never attempt to tackle. You guys are going to see that later on, as I end up holding him to just a field goal. So now I got 2 minutes to work with. So my whole plan is to not score as quickly, but I need to get downfield with a little bit of aggressiveness. So I was just throwing short passes, playing conservative, and not trying to waste as much timeouts. And everything was working to plan. He was just playing very, very conservative. And then I ended up running right here, trying to chew a little bit more time. So I'm playing conservative, but at the same time, I was playing aggressive. Then it came down to a big 4th and 5 play. Like I said, he was running some soft defense, but earlier on, he was running a bunch of match, so I was expecting man. So I put a lot of people on hitch routes. Of course, I hit the hardest route because I was testing his user skills. And then I tested a slot DB when I had square and circle wide open. But I ended up throwing the triangle. I ended up scoring. So that leaves him with 30 seconds to work with. He had all 3 timeouts. He used 1. And now all I got to do is keep him in front. Let him waste time. Because, I'm expecting him trying to throw corner routes for deep plays. But outside of that, he has nothing else. And he's been throwing short passes all game. So, I wasn't worried. As he ends up throwing the post corner route right here. My DB plays 2 players. Knock it down. Then he tries to roll out with the quarterback, and it gets big yardage. So right here he cut up, and my guy just stops in his tracks, let him get big yardage. And I don't know how far his field goal kicker can kick. So all I had to do was just keep him in bounds. I didn't want him to go out of bounds and stop time. Try to hit the post corner on the left, doesn't get it. 8 seconds left, and you guys see where I'm at. I'm playing the slot cornerback on the right side. I knew who he's going to try to hit, which was another post corner route, and I didn't want to give a big yardage. So, especially if he hits a, out of bounds play and get in field goal range, I didn't want that to happen. So, I played the post corner route perfectly. It was kind of like an out route, and I ended up getting a interception. So I end up beating the ranked 41 player in the world, and I start off the brand new season with a great start. Even though this match was a rough start, I made this game more difficult than it should be. But once again, I was pretty much practicing with this team. Now I have a good feeling with it. Just got to see how I can, manage the rest of the season. So make sure you guys subscribe to stay tuned to see how I do with this team and see if I can get another championship win with a terrible team. Let me know what you guys think down below in the comments. Until next time, I'll see you guys later. I'm out. Peace.